Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. This is the Daily Bark. It is our second episode, and of course, I am Taylor Hodges for Mississippi State on SI. And yeah, we're going to talk about today's news and events surrounding Mississippi State sports because there is a lot of stuff to talk about because there's so much going on. Um, Not really. There's not a lot. Not even the football team was practicing today, so there's no availabilities or anything that's going to come out on that front. So this is going to be a little more, probably shorter. Maybe not. Maybe who knows? But hey, good news. We do get to debut a brand new segment in our very own second episode of this series, and that is called Corrections. Yesterday, I misspoke when talking about the Mississippi State soccer coach. I said the wrong name. Just to be clear, the head coach for the Mississippi State soccer team, ranked 20th in the polls preseason, is Nick Zimmerman. Um, uh, some, you know, I'm not a video person, so once this little green light right here gets turned on, I get a little awkward and weird, and it's there's a learning curve, folks. Like I said yesterday, so we're all gonna grow and learn together. Well, I guess one thing I can throw in real quick and say is that uh, we do make. I'm human. I will make mistakes. I will say the wrong things, wrong numbers, whatever. My promise to y'all is that I will be open and honest about that and come back and correct it as soon as possible. Now, if I make a terrible prediction that doesn't come to fruition, we'll never speak of it again. So, one of the things I want to start doing on this little show is to answer your questions. Whatever questions you may have, you can just drop them down in the comments on the YouTube video or on Facebook or on the site formerly known as Twitter. I'll see them and try and answer them the best I can. Uh, but I did get one question after yesterday's video. And this question comes from my number one fan. And it's a somewhat fun question. Can you interview Bully? Now, this question was in reference to the actual Bully mascot dog, not the costume mascot, just for clarity's sake. Um, so, to my number one fan, what I'll say is, can I? Yes. Will it happen? I'm gonna try. It's on the list. Like when I made the list of people that I would, or people, or anybody Mississippi State related, uh, to bring on and interview them, Bully was at the top of the list. Like we could not have a bigger guest that would make me more excited than Bully. So I'm gonna work on it for you there. Okay. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of actual stuff, going on with Mississippi State today. Like I said, football team's not practicing. Soccer's got an exhibition match on Saturday at 11 a.m. against Louisiana Monroe. Um, yeah, that's happening. So today I figured let's preview tomorrow's football practice, because the football team will be back on the field tomorrow. We're told to be at the facility at 9:25, so the practice kind of starts around that time. I think it probably starts a little earlier. Um, but let's preview kind of just tomorrow's practice. Uh, and so we already got to see the how much bigger this team looks in person, which is, and when I say bigger, I mean in terms of size, and that is an important thing in the SEC, where you're going up against some of the biggest, and not just biggest, best uh, linemen, linebacker. I mean, everybody is big in the SEC at some level. It's all, and again, it's all relative. You know, linemen big here, secondary wide receivers big way down here off camera. Uh, so tomorrow, let's kind of talk about what are we gonna see. What can we expect? I don't expect we'll be able to see any specific, clear cut definitions. This guy's in front of this guy in the depth chart, but there are things that we can kind of look for and maybe uh, learn a little bit about this team. So first off, how are the quarterbacks throwing? Uh, Last week there was a couple periods where they were, throwing. I mean, they were throwing passes pretty much the entire time we were out there. So that'll be something to see. How tight are the spirals? Are they hitting their targets? And also, again, not an indicator of anything necessarily, but what order are they going in? Is if Blake's going first, who's going second, who's going third? That type of pecking order, and it's not nothing. So um, that'll be something to look for, and also I will die laughing if Blake is like if they do like a different order every time, and then Blake's like at the end of some of the drills. Like that would be hilarious to me. Um, but I doubt. I don't know. There are thousands of people watching this, so maybe somebody at Mississippi State will see this and do something like that. The other thing that I want to try and do is check out the defensive line. Again, we're not going to find out anything about who the starters are, but it'll be interesting to kind of see because I saw the offensive line up close and saw how much bigger they look. So it'll be good to kind of see that with the defensive line, but also the defensive line coach David Turner. I think it's a unique opportunity that not everybody can experience to see. A great positional football coach who's probably one of the most responsible people for Mississippi State being the defensive line university. Um, See how he is in his somewhat natural habitat. Uh, I think that would be it's a cool little experience, and whenever the opportunity presents itself to kind of see some of these great assistant coaches in action that don't get elevated to head coach status or whatever, just see them action. It's a good thing to. It's a unique opportunity. All right, so to wrap up today's show, I thought I'd ask y'all a question. So, what is the best lunch spot in Starkville? So, last week when they had the first practice, I went to Dewey's there in Starkville, and I had well, in doing some research, I saw they had this like Dewey Sunday with the coleslaw, baked beans, pulled pork, and barbecue sauce, and it's all in the same little thing. Phenomenal, by the way. And I knew I had to try it. So, and then also I love Cuban sandwiches, so they had that, and of course, mac and cheese is always, or it's usually a good safe option to try at a place you've never been to. And so those are the three things I got there. Like I said, I love that Sunday. The concept of it is the concept I love. B, the execution of it is great. The coleslaw makes it, in my opinion, but I'm also biased because I'm a big coleslaw lover myself. Not mustard based though. The Cuban sandwich was good. Like I said, I love Cuban sandwiches. It's usually the thing I get when I see it on a menu, and so it was good. I would put it in my top five. Um, the mac and cheese was okay. I'm just gonna be blunt. It wasn't bad. Just didn't it didn't make me smile and giggle like the Sunday did. And honestly, there's probably not much that's gonna be able to do that. Uh, but hey, I'm curious, what are y'all's favorite spots? And I'm talking local spots. Like I'm not looking for like something like walk-ons, because and that's nothing against walk-ons. I'll get that adult grilled cheese sandwich every single day and be happy. Uh, but I'm looking for something local. Uh, and also there's a walk-ons here. So if I want that grilled cheese sandwich, if they were open early enough tomorrow morning, I could stop and get there. That on the way home. No, anyways, that's future Taylor's problem right there. What to eat after we leave Starkville. Um, but yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's show. Again, go ahead. You got a question, drop it in the comments. You got a lunch spot recommendation, drop that in the comments. And yeah, I will talk to y'all again tomorrow from Starkville. So y'all have a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and most importantly, have fun.